And I knew that if I was going to pass him, it would be near the corkscrew. Hey, what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another track video, but this time it will be the FL5 versus the C8 Corvette. And why the C8 Corvette, you ask? Well, because that's a vehicle that I own, and if you're following along, you know that I'm interested in the FL5, and I wanted to see how a front-wheel drive, front-engine car can do against a mid-engine sports car around the track. So we're back at Laguna Seca. This will be an AI driver in the C8 with me in the FL5. I'll be driving it fully manual, and the difficulty on the AI is of course maxed out. Again, this is in Assetto Corsa, the only sim that I really mess around with these days. So who do you think is going to come out on top? Clearly, the C8 is in a different league and a different class of performance vehicle, but the FL5 is notorious for being able to hang with the big dogs, so can I do that? Well, we'll see. So starting out at the back of the pack, I intentionally set it that way just to see if I can hang up or hang with them and to see how he's doing on the straights. So of course he rocketed out. He's going to have a better takeoff being mid-engine. Front-wheel drives have terrible launches, but once they get rolling, they're okay. It's interesting with the FL5 because it's almost like a mid-engine in the sense to where if I come off of throttle, I start to oversteer, at least with this car. And in the straights, yeah, he was obliterating me. This AI model is probably not the best. Again, it's maxed out on difficulty, but there was these turns, especially right here, he struggled a lot. This is where I started gaining the most ground. During this uphill section, he would begin to pull away no matter how much I gained though. And into the corkscrew turn, I also picked up a little bit more ground. See how close I got there? I'm basically on his bumper. The C8 looks nice. It's almost just like my spec. It even has the black wing. The difference is my wheels are black. I think those ones are silver, and the interior is that tan interior, whereas mine is black with red stitching for more contrast. Yeah, this straight, look at how he's pulling away. He's just rocketing out of there. Not much I can do there. But I'm keeping up with them. He got a little squirrely there. Yeah, I think he could have probably got back on the throttle sooner there. And even again right here, like in this section, I think he's braking too soon. And he's not coming back on throttle as quickly as he should be. So this is what's enabling me to keep gaining on him in the corners. And this is probably his worst corner right here. See, if I would have had the extra power, I would have been able to overtake him much sooner. But yeah, here we go at the corkscrew. I'm right on him. Trying to get around him, trying to pass. Of course, I couldn't. It was too risky. But in here, I had to be careful because I was blitzing in, and I could have went out into the dirt if I wasn't careful. And I had to be very careful with the Type R because I have a tendency to lift off in that section, and if you watch my last video, you actually see it, but I learned a thing or two from driving that around this track. And yeah, if I come off too abruptly, I upset the balance. So yeah, this is the final lap. This is a 3-lap race here, and each lap I picked up a little bit more ground and I got a little bit more closer. On the straights, he pulled away. And I knew that if I was going to pass him, it would be near the corkscrew. But I love the FL5. When I come off the throttle, I get the oversteer I need, and if I need to correct it, I give it more throttle. Such a different way of driving that C8. It's similar but different. Yeah, here we are at the corkscrew. See how much ground I gained. And at this point, I had passed him. And I flew into that corner because I was super anxious, super excited about that. And that concludes the race. He would have passed me on the straight, but I passed the finish line and went back to the pits. And that's it. And here are the times for that race. So I was definitely outpacing him. Ran a 1:37, 7:40, and his best was a 1:39, and I was faster in both the second and third lap. Did that go as you expected? I think in real life with comparable drivers, the C8 would absolutely spank the Type R. I mean, it's just a more capable car, but the Type R is relatively easy to drive, but so is the C8. And as a result of this race, I'm actually, I think, almost 1 second down. I think I ran a 1:38 last time on the track with all the other cars. So I'm learning more and more and enjoying it more and more. But as a teaser, I have identified an FL5 for MSRP, maybe even under. Here's a teaser. I will tell you more about that very soon. This Sunday, I will be driving one of my buddies who's a slightly modified, and I will post a video on that. But outside of that, God bless you and your families. Thank you for tuning in, and have a blessed day. I'm out.